Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Thinking is difficult, that's why most people judge. We are not what happened to us, we are what we wish to become. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. Vocatus ec non vocatus Deus aderit. Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. The foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. The most dangerous things in the world are immense accumulations of human beings who are manipulated by only a few heads. We don't really heal anything, we simply let it go. We don't get wounded alone and we don't heal alone. To be normal is the ultimate aim of the unsuccessful. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego, the second half is going inward and letting go of it. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. If our religion is based on salvation, our chief emotions will be fear and trembling. If our religion is based on wonder, our chief emotion will be gratitude. Wisdom accepts that all things have two sides. Everyone you meet knows something you don't know but need to know. Learn from them. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. The most important question anyone can ask is, what myth am I living? You always become the thing you fight the most. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. In order to know the light, we must first experience the darkness. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises on the path of life. Life calls not for perfection, but for completeness. We don't so much solve our problems as we outgrow them. We add capacities and experiences that eventually make us bigger than the problems. Nothing is possible without love. For love puts one in a mood to risk everything. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. God enters through the wound. Trust that which gives you meaning and accept it as your guide. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. One finds one's destiny on the path one takes to avoid it. Embrace your grief, for there, your soul will grow. Conflict exists strictly as an opportunity to raise our consciousness. When goals go, meaning goes. When meaning goes, purpose goes. When purpose goes, life goes dead on our hands. Normality is a fine ideal for those who have no imagination. We discover ourselves through others. Real liberation comes not from glossing over or repressing painful states of feeling, but only from experiencing them to the full. What you resist persists. The descent into the depths always seems to precede the ascent. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. Intuition is one of the 4 basic psychological functions along with thinking, feeling, and sensing. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. One is always in the dark about one's own personality. One needs others to get to know oneself. A man's hatred is always concentrated upon that which makes him conscious of his bad qualities. The reason for evil in the world is that people are not able to tell their stories. Find out what a person fears most, and that is where he will develop next. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. I must also have a dark side if I am to be whole. The ability to ask questions is the greatest resource in learning the truth. All fanaticism is repressed doubt. Dawn is born at midnight. When you're up against a wall, put down roots like a tree, until clarity comes from deeper sources to see over that wall and grow. Show me a sane man and I will cure him for you. If there is a fear of falling, the only safety consists in deliberately jumping. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Life is something that has to be lived and not talked about. Thank you for watching. I'm sure you'll like these videos too.